In this lesson, we will understand what is a dashboard in Tableau. With that, we will also see an example to create a dashboard. Let us start. A dashboard in Tableau is a collection of several views, allowing you to compare a variety of data simultaneously. So consider a dashboard as a visual representation of data that combines multiple views, charts, and tables. It is an interactive way to display data, insights, even trends and patterns. Okay. Remember that in your dashboard you should have at least 3 or 4 sheets. Okay, we will now create a dashboard from sheets that will display various visuals to present sales and profit data across different categories, states and regions. Before that, let us see the features and benefits of Tableau dashboards. As I told you before, you can add multiple views in a dashboard, like let's say multiple sheets, charts, tables, maps also. It will be interactive. So let's say you'll select any of the options in one of the sheets in a dashboard, then the rest of the sheets will also get filtered or changed or drilled down to explore the data. On your dashboard, you can also connect to live data sources so that real-time data updates and insights are easily visible. Benefits: the decision making can be enhanced. Obviously, if the dashboards are clear, then it's very easy to track the performance, to make some decisions like in which region the sales are more for a specific category or subcategory. With that, the productivity will also increase. Okay, because you'll be having a centralized location for data analysis. Collaboration will also increase. You can easily share dashboards with others. Okay, so that collaboration is possible. Now we will see an example. I already told you that we'll be including 4 sheets. First, we will create a new Tableau workbook and name it as Amit underscore Tableau underscore dashboard. Within that, we will create 4 sheets. The first sheet will display the sales and profit for each subcategory segment wise. The second will include the sales across the different states. The third will include a map. In our sample underscore superstore data, we have the data of the US. So the map will be of the US and it will display the sales based on state on the map. The fourth will be your sales underscore region sheet. That means a bar chart that will display sales by region. That is the 4 regions we have seen before: central, east, south and west. So let us create 4 sheets and then we will create a dashboard. This is our Tableau. We will create a new project, a new workbook. Go to file, click new. Here is a new workbook. I'll close the previous workbook. Here it is. Now let us connect to data, the same data. I can click here directly to get the same data, or I'll click Microsoft Excel to show you the location again so that it's easier for you. It's in the My Tableau repository under the documents. Click here, click open. So you get this with your Tableau. This is your sample superstore and I'll just drag the orders sheet. We have 3 sheets. I'll drag the orders sheet. Here are the records of our orders table. I'll click here sheet 1. I'll double click and rename it to profits underscore sales. Okay. Drag the dimension segment. These are the dimensions and these are the measures. You can drag any one of them and see it's written dimensions and measures. I'll drag the segment to the columns shelf, then the subcategory to the rows shelf. Okay. Now the measure sales to the color. under the marks and drag profit to the size. Now our heat map is visible. On the right, you can see the sum of sales. Okay. The lighter color means less sales and the darker color means more sales, and the same is visible under the heat map. Profit, the size of each square box is according to the higher and lower profits. These values likely represent different profit levels. We can also change it to entire view like this. Okay. Now we have our first sheet. When you'll keep the mouse cursor, you can see the profit, sales, subcategory and the segment. Okay. I'll save the workbook file, save as. I'll give it a name underscore dashboard. Okay, now save it and it will get saved in the following location: my Tableau repository under documents, then the workbooks folder. Click save. Now we have saved it here. Go for the second sheet, click here. I'll name it to states underscore sales sheet. Okay. Now we will set the sales across the different states. So this is our second sheet for the dashboard. Drag the dimension state here to the rows shelf and the sum of sales to the columns shelf. Okay. Now our bar chart is visible. We can also check the entire view, but I guess standard looks fine. Now click the state field and select sort. Let me sort it by field here, and I'll select, let's say, descending order. Rest keep as it is. Aggregation sum is fine. Field name sales. Click cross. And now we have sorted the sales in descending order and the state is also visible. Now the sales arranged in descending order. Now we have two sheets. I'll save. Now the third sheet, click here. I'll name it map because it will be a map. We will display the sales based on state. Drag the state dimension to the detail here under the marks, and it automatically generated the longitude and latitude. That means the map. Okay, it's written generated. Then drag the state again to the label pane so that the state name is also visible on the label. Then the sales measure to the colors pane. Here it is, to the color under the marks, and the map is not visible right now. Why? Because it's written 59 unknown. So I'll click here, edit locations, and here in India is selected because in the lesson we installed Tableau, we mentioned our country as India. It is US, so I'll just select US from here, type U, and I'll type United States visible. Click OK. Now the map will be visible. Here it is. Okay. And obviously you can check the color also. Lesser sales will mean the lighter color and more sales will mean the darker color. So the maximum sales will have the darkest color. That means California here, and it's also New York. So we created the map. When you'll keep the cursor, the state as well as the sales will be visible. You can go to file and click save. Then the fourth sheet here, what I'll do, I'll mention sales underscore region. Okay. Drag the region to the columns shelf and sales to the rows shelf. Also drag the sales to the label so that the label is also visible. Label here under the marks. Now the labels are also visible. You can change the view. Okay, or you can keep it as it is, standard. Now we have the sales for central, east, south and west region. Our column chart is visible. Now to create a dashboard, first I'll save all. Okay, now we will create a dashboard using all these 4 sheets. We can also change the color of these sheets if you want. Let's say I'll change the color first. Profit underscore sales. I'll go to format, shading. Now the worksheet color is white. I can change it to black here. Okay. And for the font, go to format and click font. Now the font color we want. Here it is. Let's say I'll go for white. I'll click here. The white is visible. Title, because the title is here, I'll set it to white. Profit sales. Okay. Now is it looking fine? I guess yes. I'll keep the mouse cursor and the same is visible. Also these. I'll go to file and save. Now let us go to the second one, states underscore sales. I'll do the same. Format, shading, worksheet color black. Okay. And format, then font. Header, I'll set it to white. And title, I'll set it to white again. Okay, this looks fine. Now go to the map. This is our map. How we can change the background. Let's say you want a darker map. I'll right click here and click background layers. Here it is. It's a lighter one. I'll go for dark, let's say. If you want to show the outdoors and streets also, you can do it like this, or the satellite. Okay, I'll set it to dark. Okay, you can also change it, but let's say I'll keep it as it is. For map, now I'll go to format, shading, and you can see the worksheet color. I'll set it to black, let's say. Okay, this looks fine. And here for the font, I'll go to format, click font. What is this? This is the title. I'll set it to white. Okay, if you want to zoom in, click here. Okay, if you want to zoom out, you can click here. Now sales underscore region, I'll do the same. Go to format, click shading, set the worksheet as black. Sales underscore region, go to format directly, click font. Title, set it to white. Header, white. Now this looks fine. Okay, I'll go for entire view, let's say. Okay, now we have all our 4 sheets. We will create a dashboard. You have new worksheet option here, you already know. But in the center you have a new dashboard option. Click on it. Here is your dashboard option. You can go to format first and click on dashboard to set the color of your dashboard. Let's say I'll give it a color. Click more colors and click here. Let's say this will be your color of the dashboard. Okay, and this is the color. Let us add a title. I'll drag it here. Now I'll set the view. I'll go to size and set automatic so that it is now completely visible. From here only drag the text and take it here. Let's say I'll mention performance insights. Color I'll mention white and font let's say 14, let's say 15. Okay, and click OK. Now it's visible here. Right click, format text object, alignment top here. That's it. Okay, now this looks fine. I double clicked on it and I'll mention this. Okay, let's say I'll also set it bold. That will look fine. Okay, I'll close this and the sheets are visible. When you'll keep the cursor, the sheets are visible as a tooltip. First I'll drag profit underscore sales here. Okay, it's visible here. then states underscore sales. I'll take it here. Okay. Now comes your map. I'll drag it here. Okay. And the last one, your sales underscore region. I'll take it here, let's say. Okay, I'll just take it upwards. Right click, edit text. Let's say I'll change the color to more colors and this. Okay, now it's visible. Right click and select floating. I'll drag it to here. Right click, floating. Okay, take this here and right click, floating. Take this here. Okay, and I'll completely drag it to here. Take this here and take the profit here. I'll center align it. Okay, now we have a dashboard. We can also change the name from here, or we can directly click here and select this to go to the sheet. It will take you to the following. You can also fit the sheet. Let's say I'll go for standard and it's visible like this. Okay, but I'll again change it to entire view. So the first one, profits underscore sale, was profit and sales by segment. Okay, and I'll remove the sheet name. Apply. Let's say I'll name it profit and sales by segment. Okay, this is sales underscore region. That means the fourth sheet. I'll double click and mention sales by region. Okay, now this was states underscore sales sheet. That means the second sheet. I'll double click sales by states. Okay, and I'll remove the sheet name. Okay, sales by states. And the last one, map. So this is the map of United States, and it was the third sheet map. Here it is. It was the third sheet. I'll double click map displaying sales. US map displaying sales. Click apply. OK. Our dashboard is ready. Now you would be wondering how we can make an interactive. I'll make an interactive dashboard now. Under profit underscore sales, that means the first one, what I'll do, I'll click on it first. Okay. Now click use as filter. That's it. We have set it. Now when I'll click any of the value, let's say I'll click on art here, the third one, what will happen? All of the values updated for the art subcategory. Okay. I'll click, let's say, on chairs. Okay, this is a chair. You can see the tooltip, right? Consumer chairs, profit sales. When I'll click on it, the sales of the chairs subcategory updated everywhere. I'll click plus here and you can also see the map and the sales by state is visible. All the four sheets are interactive. We can go to file and click save, and our dashboard is under this. So this is how we can create a dashboard. Also here you can rename the dashboard. I'll just double click and rename it to, let's say, Superstore dashboard or store dashboard. If you want to add more dashboards, you can click here again. So guys, we saw how we can create a dashboard in Tableau. We created 4 sheets and added it as a dashboard. We also made it interactive. I'll click here, let's say, and all the 4 sheets will update. Thank you for watching the video.